So. So today we're talking about selling luxury new construction. And first off, as far as what's that look like? I mean, let's talk about the current trends in the luxury real estate market and the overview of the demand for new construction luxury homes. Last year, luxury homes was 26% of the homes sold in Tennessee. So when you look at 26%, I mean, that's over 1/4. So you're looking at this a sizable amount. Then when you look at luxury aspect of it, our luxury market still remains quite strong. And there's several different ways you can do it. You can pull up reports from RealTrack. You can also use a program that we use called Area Pro, which will give you kind of a breakdown by price range as far as the different areas as far as what they're selling for. So that's another aspect of it. Luxury, as far as price differential, has been selling for about 97% of list in the last 6 months, which is still very strong. There's a couple of areas which have slowed down to 3.5 to 4 million. It's really been overloaded with saturated.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about 2 million. Still here in Middle Tennessee, that's Nashville and the Williamson County area. So when you also look at understanding what the client's preferences are, I think customizing options available for new construction. A couple places you can go, and this is not going to be as much for luxury, but for new construction, is a website called New Home Source. New Home Source has all the builders, and they actually put their homes there. Most of those homes you will never see on the MLS because they move so fast, or these are homes that have available, so they don't have one that they can actually list for sale because it's not constructed yet. Because they want people to come in, purchase the home, and then they start construction on it. Now, on new construction, we do have some custom builders, and one is Collie, which is up in Brentwood off of Church Street. Those are in the high $1.5 to $2 million range. They also have some higher price points there as well. But it's still a strong market. One of the things as far as client preferences is they're wanting something that's differentiating themselves from everybody else when they get into that type of money. So it could be schools that they want, they may want a large yard, they may want just an affluent neighborhood to be associated with. It doesn't necessarily have to be gated because there are really very few gated communities within Williamson County. They are looking for technology. They're looking for updates. If it's a home that is priced high and it still looks like it was built to 1995, well, it's very hard if you haven't updated the light fixtures, the plumbing, the kitchen area for you to get 2023 prices. So that's a big difference. So they're wanting something also that's updated when they get into that market. They don't want to see those trends from 20 and 30 years ago. And that's a lot of the LED lights, the technology involved with smart systems. Also in the kitchen, it could be drawer microwaves. It can also be induction ovens, which have been around for a long time, and just seeing those available. The other part, as far as show your local market expertise and showcasing your knowledge of the local luxury real estate market, one of the best ways to do this is attend broker open houses. And some people say, oh yeah, I always want to go for free food. That's not what you want to go for at all. You really want to go there so that you can see how homes are being priced in different areas and what their offering is. And you're also going to see different trends as far as marketing too, because they'll have marketing materials there. It could be different websites, and we have several that we talked about before as far as having your own web page for it and what that should look like. And that you can go back to the previous recordings we've done. Because it's not just something where you can have it on YouTube, where they're taking the photographs and the photographer puts it on YouTube and that's going to work for you. You need something that is absolutely spectacular. And if we get time, I'll show you some examples as far as what those look like. Another one is highlight key neighborhoods and upcoming developments. Like they've got some that are gonna be high end, it's off of Old Hickory in between, where Real Tracks is and going over to Edmondson Pike on the right there. Those are gonna be really nice too, and that's a gated area too. But the location is fantastic for that. As we talked about, visiting the broker opens to stay up to date on them. And you're also going to be able to come in relationship with the other brokers. Now, this is really important because a lot of times your client may be looking for a home that's not on the market, but yet they know they've got a listing that's going to be a match for it. So it's great to have that networking where you can take care of that. We recently went under contract with, the home was not on the market. We knew someone here at the Market Center had it for sale. So we reached out to them and we just closed on it. So there's a success story, but having those relationships where you can visit back and forth with agents. And that's one of the powers of having support with agents here at this Market Center. And then also know your Keller Williams luxury lure numbers. Now, as you progress in your sales, you can actually earn into Keller Williams luxury. And that is selling or buying 4 luxury properties within a 2-year period. And there's a price point depending on which county you buy or sell those in. And the lure is actually giving your luxury real estate numbers as far as, you know, if listings are up, down, what are they selling for, what's the price points, is it appreciating, is it depreciating, what's your days on market. By telling your clients that, they know what to expect going into it. If you see that in the, like we mentioned, the 3.5 to 4 million is very slow, and you've got a 60-week supply. But when you get down to the 2 million, you only have a 10-week supply. Of course, those are moving much faster. So you want to let know as far as your price point. If we see something, we're going to need to make an offer on it right away, because it probably won't be there for long. So that's something new. By knowing your numbers, you can communicate that to them. And you're also becoming the expert for them. Next one is builder and development relationships. Emphasizing your connection with reputable builders and developers, assurance of quality, construction, reliability, and get to know the builders and where they build. And this is one as you go through the different developments and also the broker opens, who built this home? And start keeping track of that, because you're going to find out some builders may build a subdivision. Okay, like Brandon Jenkins does over at college, or you may find out that they only build 1 or 2 homes, you know, in an area, and they're all custom. But by having that knowledge, you're going to be well acquainted with what that's like. And then also there may be some luxury builders that you may not be real crazy about how they handle warranties or stuff, but you'll need to communicate that information too. Another part is financing solutions. Getting the pre-approval of new construction process, also the overview of financing option for luxury homes. Many times if you're looking at touring a high-end luxury home, say $3, $4, $5, $10 million, they're going to want to make certain that your buyer can afford that. So you're going to have to have that information. You're also going to have to discuss it with your buyer. Say that we're going to need to have proof of funds, a letter from the bank saying that we're going to be approved for that. So you can understand if it's your home, you wouldn't want just anybody walking through your house. So we want to look at that and only make it available for people that can actually afford your home. And that can be a touchy situation sometimes, but it may be someone that you talk to and they're going to be their office manager or their banker, and you're going to get information from them. So just keep in mind that you do need to have that information, and then it goes back to the relationships that you built with the other luxury brokers as far as entrusting you to bring someone. If you don't have that, they're going to be very skeptical about, well, who is this person? I've never heard of this agent. I don't know anything about their clients. I Google them, that comes up. So they may not be as open to allow you to see it then. Another one is explanation of transparency and pricing and cost breakdown. Any incentives, discount, negotiating favorable terms. This really gets down to knowing those lower numbers again. How long are things sitting on the market? With new construction, you always have to remember that they're building these, they take longer to build because It's a bigger house. There's more things involved with it, with technology and also different craftsmen coming in. So they are going to take longer to build. However, he has a construction loan. The last thing he wants to do is roll that over into an in-use mortgage. Because those construction loans are going to be based generally on whatever the prime is, plus extra points. So if rates are going up, that can definitely cost you. And then holding that can get very expensive, but rolling into a construction loan to a permanent mortgage, he definitely doesn't want to do that like after he's finished the home. The banks are going to be pushing him to hurry up and sell it so that he can cash out his construction loan, which is much more advantageous than holding the mortgage. Okay. Now, the other part as far as pricing, whenever you go into a home, you want to find out what the features cost. In new construction and on private luxury, but in general, they will give you a certain number of light fixtures that will go in an area, and everything extra you pay for it. If it's can lights, chandeliers, different levels of granite, quartz, also different levels of cabinets, those are all adders to it. It may have a specific amount of carpeting in it. Most of your luxury homes will be a hard surface. It'll be a tile, it could be a wood floor, but they're going to be already in there. But again, you need to know what are the differences as far as pricing. And then if there's an extra that they want, okay, well, he wants to expand it and have 4 stalls in his garage instead of 2. What would that look like if we did that? All right, so those are all different things that you want to incorporate with asking for the price and trying to make it as transparent for your buyer as possible. And again, that's just getting to know who your builders are and having conversations with them. But if you already know what your buyers are looking for, it's going to help you ask those questions ahead of time. Next part is highlight the latest technology and features in new homes, like smart home systems, energy efficient solutions, security enhancements. These can be, of course, cameras. It can also be just things like smart mirrors, which are great. Your showers can be, do they have body sprayer heads on them? That's something that people love. Do they have a bidet part on the toilet of it? People still love that. Some other things would be your smart thermostats that you can actually do from your phone if it's already wired into Alexa or to some other type of devices that you can use. Those are different things they're looking for. And then also, when you get into some price points, you're looking at hidden rooms, okay, where you can't see where it is. You have to hit the button and it pops open from the spring. So those are different things that they're looking for. Also, elevators are also becoming very, very popular now. It's got more common. Yep.
I imagine it's not the red light panels. I think you're another thing that's probably.
But you're looking at all these different things. So by talking with your clients, you're going to get a better view as far as what they're looking for. Okay. Another one is customization opportunities. To be able to customize design elements and finishes. Examples of personalized touches in luxury construction. Could just be lighting. Lighting makes such a change to a room. And a lot of crown molding is kind of going away, but in some places it just makes a lot of sense. If it's handrails, they may want the glass or clear handrails now. The balusters instead of the old posts and stuff. It's just finding what's the building codes accepting. And you know, what would it cost to change different things out or to have those if they're not that far along yet. But those are things where having a designer that you know, they can come and take a look at things and say, all right, what would this look like if we did do some of these things?
Do you have any local designers? That you
Our team actually keeps a vendor list, and that's one of the great things because we're going to talk about after the sale. They may have questions as far as they want to get an alarm system developed, and they need landscapers to come out. Who you have, they can do that. And having that already is great. One thing that we always tell new agents to do is just get out the phone book and call and say, I'm a new agent with Keller Williams. I'm building some partnerships, and I'd like to add you to my vendor list. And in return, I would like you to recommend me if someone's looking to buy or sell real estate. How does that sound to you? Great. Okay. My expectation is to be able to get 2 referrals from you each year. And we'll take a look at that next year and go from there. Okay. Next one is due diligence on developers, importance of researching reputation and stability of developers. And this is really one where you don't want them to get into years ago. And geez, it's probably 2000, Jameson Station, you know where that is down in Franklin. You've got the factory right across the street. You've got those townhomes, Jameson Station. They ran into severe cash crunches. It was a new person that was doing it. They got through it and ended up selling the project, though not completed, but they didn't end up selling it. But things like that can really jeopardize as far as your warranty type things, as far as, hey, I've got something wrong with my house and the builders or developers gone in. So you want to make certain they've got a reputation for carrying through and being successful with it. If it's someone new, then you may want to check them out. If they're from out of state, again, do your due diligence on them.
How do you go about checking that?
You can do it several different ways because we're such a large company, Keller Williams, and we're in all the different states. You could reach out from a state and city that they're located. Okay, and talk to the agents there and say, what can you tell me about this builder or developer? Okay. You can also Google them. You can also use different reports such as been verified. You can see if they've got bankruptcies or anything, because you're looking at they're spending $4 or $5 million to quote go into business for that type of transaction. You want to make certain that you've done your due diligence time. And again, by going to broker opens, they're going to have an understanding too as far as what their activities. So you got network locally that you can do. Does that make sense? The next one is encourage site visits for a firsthand look at construction progress. And you want to also have professional inspections at various stages. Like your new construction inspection is not one where they get it done, they come out and look at it. You probably want to have an inspector come out. They're getting inspected by the state for like framing and different rough ends and stuff. But having your inspector come in and take a look at it to make certain it's going to make sense for your buyer as well. And then after the drywall's done, have them come back through too. Some of them are going to require, firewalls because of the size of them, which it's a different type of drywall mud, and different rules as far as, how everything works. It can also be just simple things like drainage. We have one new construction where they have a pipe for the drainage for the air conditioning unit up above, but the pipe didn't go all the way past the brick. So it could develop into moisture between the brick and the studs. But just simple things like that can make a difference. The other one is tips on negotiating with builders for favorable terms. When we're talking about this, it may not be that they want to come off of their price because they may have 6 homes. Okay, you have 6 homes and they're all right next to each other. Essentially, it's the same one because we had one on Long Boulevard. Yeah, if you sell the first home for 10,000 less, you just multiply that by the other ones come by. That's how much money you lost. So that first one may be harder to sell, but you want to sell it for the most amount of money because the other homes are based off of that. Now you may give them more favorable terms. You can say, well, we can do this for you, or I know you want to keep the price the same, but how about we swap out the standard tub for a pedestal tub? Okay, or we put in a whirlpool tub. Okay, and we would feel that would be, or maybe we take out the mirrors. I want you to put smart mirrors in all that. So those are different things. It's a trade-off as far as where you get more favorable terms. It could also be something where you haven't paid down the points with interest rates right now. Instead of you've got offered a 2 for 1 buy down, I want a 3-2-1 buy down. For the first year, you buy down my rates 3%. Next year's 2%, and 1%. So that makes more sense for them. So any of those things you can look at. How else can I save my buyer money or make it a better deal for him? And because you have to take a look as far as that builder. I mean, if he discounts that, he's going to discount everyone's behind it too. Then also leverage the market conditions during negotiation. If it's a slow market, then it makes a lot of sense for him to make a deal to get rid of those things so he can keep his cash and keep it turning. What happens is he may not make as much, his profit margin may only be 10% instead of 20 or 25. But at that point, he still has his cash involved where he can go and reinvest that in something else. Where if it stays there, it's just a drain on his cash flow. So by taking a look as far as what the luxury market's doing, looking at your floor numbers again, that really helps you as far as negotiations. Also, coordination with professionals, collaboration with real estate attorneys, title companies, and other professionals to ensure a smooth and secure transaction. Here, we have our own title company in-house, Encore. They do a great job. We use a different one, different people, different companies for various reasons. They could support time events, which is great. They close after hours, like late at night or maybe on weekends, which you may need. Same type of thing with lenders. There may be certain lenders that you go along great with. They have all the same type of programs, but one may be an individual, one may be with a larger company, and they'll say, well, you know, I feel more comfortable with this one because he refers to business or he contributes to my finance. So those are some things I'll make a decision on. We've actually got two lenders here. One is Keith, Vision Mortgage, and the other is Rory Lithgow from Interlink Mortgage. Okay. Next one is post-purchase support. Emphasize ongoing support even after the purchase. Assist with post-construction processing warranty claims. And this is one where you can actually, for this type of thing, you probably want to have a book where you have all the different manufacturers because they're going to have to register those. And you may help them register like their appliances, okay, their refrigerator, their stove, their washer and dryer. It's rare that all of them are same appliance company. But by registering those, now they're covered for their warranty. A lot of times people forget all about it. Then they call and they say, well, it's never been registered. And everything with new construction, typically they have right before 1 year ends, they have a 1 year walkthrough. They take care of drywall pops, like nails have popped out, touch up paints and stuff. So you get that one time, but you actually put in a note, so you reach out to them and says, hey, we're about a month out from the end of it, so we need to schedule them to come out and take care of drywall pops. Another one may be, you know, all the manufacturers, like what type of shingle is it? Having that information, because different shingle manufacturers will have different warranties as well. If they have a structural warranty on it, how long is it for? Some buildings, other ones are 10 years. But have all that information you can on it to keep it well maintained, and also equipment such as if it's an on-demand water heater, having that information as well. And then who are the contacts for those folks that you call? A lot of times the new construction person will have those, that list of numbers, but having that in a booklet makes it so much easier. And the other thing it gives you is you have that book and you have your name on it. So every time they pull it out, they see your face and your name, so they don't forget who you are. Another one is attend industry events and network with luxury real estate professionals. We have family reunion coming up next month in Las Vegas. It's going to be a great thing. I've been to several of them. And you're able to network with agents across the country and build those relationships for referrals coming in and going up. So it can be expensive, but what you have to do is go with the goal that said, I'm going to get one referral while I'm there. So it's actually interfacing with different agents there. You know, if they have a lot of your business cards where you can pass out. And then your commitment to staying updated on industry developments. This one you can do in several different ways. One is, it may just be, I'll say the luxury home marketing specialist designation. That one they send out a monthly magazine, and you can stay up with that. There's an electronic version too. That partner of mine, they post that on their Facebook page every month on their particular city in Austin, so that people see. It reminds them too that you do luxury, but it also gives them the trends that are out there too. Another one is just staying up with KW Luxury, because there's several things you can do without having to burn into it, where you can stay up with that. We have circles here at Keller Williams, which are different communities, and just react to them. We also have our committee here called KW Luxury, and Jensen is kind of, and she will have different meetings and trainings on as well, just like what we're doing today. Okay. Another one is tailor the marketing approach. And this one is because you're representing buyers in this particular case, how do you get across that you help buyers? One is by open houses, posting their Facebook pages. Some buyers be very likely to get this done because they're going to see you hosting these luxury open houses. And every time it's with a buyer, we're walking them through as far as the different features and benefits. Not just the slow closed doors, drawers that maybe talking about, the other cabinet accessories. Okay, explaining what the smart mirror actually does. How's it smart? Okay, but those are the type of things that you're looking for. So utilizing online platforms such as social media and targeting advertising. And when you're getting social media, we just had a luxury class on with Rachel Lee Adams here in California. She talked about how she does social media, and she is a huge luxury agent too. But she started it years ago, and she started her business door knocking. But she's very good, and she still door knocks today. I've got another partner of mine, he's up in Canada, and he does door knocking. His average ticket is $1.1. So you would think, well, how do we get away with that? They chase them off, but no, they don't. It's just something where you need to bring items of value, and then everything is geared towards that market sector because they perceive you as the expert in it.
What items? Yeah.
Stats are a big one. Market stats as far as what's selling in the home. Another one could be different technology items. Okay, if we are looking to sell, those people are very driven about maintaining the building well. If you have information about wealth building, we have one where so you show people how to build wealth. It's called a wealth series, and after our agents go through it, instead of just on our web page, it says agent, it says agent and wealth advisor, because we're showing them how to invest in different things such as stock, real estate, tax benefits, how you track your net worth. Those are types of things that they want to learn more about. And if you're having that same communication as far as what they want to learn about, of course, they're going to come to you because you're the expert on it. Okay. And that kind of concludes it. Okay. What other questions do you have for me?
Are they building class that you just mentioned?
Yeah. Let me show you that in just a second.